Videos. End of sentence. I used to do like old merchandise videos, like I've used this in several videos. And I made that ages ago, and this is the same slicer actually, if anybody cares. No, it's not broken. The tits. I know you don't have any, but you know, close enough. Anyway, and nowadays I've gotten into animations. I used to do animations like years and years back, but I've gotten back into it since I became like popular and everything. It's like, wow, I can do these, and people are actually watching this time. Fantastic and great and fun. So that's what I do, and I made the Good Show video. People apparently know that one. I didn't. Well, anyway, we know it's a good show.
I am the master and proprietor and owner and the consummate stuffer-upper of the internet, the owner of all IPC. Anyway, I make reviewing is magic and among other things, and apparently I'm supposed to be. I'm usually stuck in the pony bus, but little shows that I make about the pony show. And look at this, just look at that. That's me.
What about all your clones?
The
Your clones! The lady actually.
Oh yes! Oh yes, I have. Look, I'm sorry, I can't be held responsible for what my mirror pool clones do on their spare time. You know, I have to take it up.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. And in the final corner.
Tonight for a deal. My name's Evdog. If you came to the concert last night, you would have seen me there.
Oh yeah.
So I've been making roadie music since late 2011, and just been doing that ever since. What else was I say? He's a genius! You should see him in some skin-tight leggings. Amazing.
Did anyone catch him last night?
Anyone want to go?
Did you catch him last night?
Yes.
I know you caught him. I was dancing next to you.
Also, I'm just getting started into making like pony video edits, like you know, Pony's Anthology.
Will we be seen?
Probably. I have one unfinished episode based on not Pinky Pride, but the one. What's the name of the episode just before that?
Three's a crowd.
Three's a Crowd. Yeah.
There we go. Well, that's us.
All right.
Yes, let's get out of here. Everybody else is going to take
Come to the state of Mexico.
Mixed media means that, well, it's media that's mixed. I work in video myself, and that's every single kind of media. But, before we get on to the magnificent things of media, we have
I think I'm pretty magnificent too.
I think he's pretty magnificent. He's probably a little more magnificent. We have, yes, we do speed art at the moment. Speed paint, speed. I can do it. Part of the. Now, Chinta does speed paints. Do you put them on the internet?
Yes, they're on YouTube.
Where can we find you?
It's the same as my DeviantArt name, so Scarlet Soldier. Yep.
Bubble Muffins.
So this one's called Bubble Muffins. I did this as a semi-test, also because I like muffins and I like
Baba.
If it works, that's working.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's not actually that fast, this is sped up.
Are there any of these here?
No, so basically this is showing the process that I've been going through, even on the ones on your passes. I tend to sketch out and then I go straight from the sketch because I feel it's a lot more natural and I catch a lot more of the details that way. As you can see, she's really happy now. I tend to do, I go from the the sketch, and then I do all my base colors, and then I meld everything into the one layer, and I mix from there. And it's kind of a shame that the music's not going because the song was.
It's
on. Sure? Is it on?
It should be.
Because the music that was with this video was actually Bubble Pop by Hyuna. So if any of you listen to K-pop, that's okay. Damn it, Anthony! They told me technical difficulties. But yes, so at this point I've started kind of just building up. I tend to only use the brush tool in Paint Tool side because if you get the opacity and the flow right, it just can't. And I feel like the video explains itself, but I should keep going. I like to work personally. I don't like using black anymore. Which is why she's lined out in blue predominantly. It's just, I kind of got over it, and then I decided, hey, I'll shade with all the colors, see how that works. And so far, so good. Yeah.
I like the part with the hair.
Why did you make like that?
I really like her mane.
Sorry, what was that?
Why did you make the pupils red?
Oh, the pupils are kind of reflective. So on a lot of my videos, or like just generally most of my art, you'll see, especially if any of you caught any of my gala prints from last year, I started to pick up the color that kind of was the most distinctive in the picture compared to the rest of it, and I just added it and I tinted it into the pupil because it's just nicer. And at that point I took, it's actually snow, that picture from before.
Imagine us with one of these signs, but it says "all" on it.
How long did that take you?
That one in particular?
Yeah.
I tend to work really quickly because, as you can see, my style's pretty messy.
I'm putting colors in.
My style tends to be quite messy, which means I can work fast, but at the same time it also means that if I leave anything for more than a day, I never get back to it. That one probably took me about 1 to 3 hours. I want to say that, but there was probably like spaces at some point.
Oh, okay.
There were probably like spaces at some point where, you know, I was but yeah, any other questions? Yep, you with the shirt.
What program will this do?
I use Paint Tool side. There are a couple of restrictions when working with Paint Tool side just because it's a fairly lightweight program and the English translation patch only came out 2 years ago, roughly around the same time it actually came out. You can't work on canvas sizes too big. Which is a shame because the size is amazing. But because it's very lightweight and you can't save too big and other such dealers, it means that it doesn't take up much space on the computer. So you can work really quickly, you can have lots of references open and your computer won't say, too much, too much! So
that depends on your computer, it's made out of freaking wood.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
although you've got something that's screaming with 37 32 gigs of RAM,
Yeah.
site is more than optimal.
Yeah, definitely. Any other questions? Should I talk about this?
I have one.
Yes?
How did you come up with this?
Oh,
Weekend?
everyone look at your passes, because I don't have an example. Oh wait, no, actually it's on there.
It's on.
It's in the file of things.
So, did you do just the weekend or all the passes?
Oh no, I want a competition, which is why it's on the weekend and I can.
Which one is it called?
It should be, it should say this one. Why don't you just turn it to thumbnails? Alright, so the way okay, do any of you know the names of the mascots?
Bruce!
Mel and Dick. Mel and Dick.
Starcross is the unicorn and Bruce is the Pegasus.
Oh no.
I got told by Nikki, who is amazing, and you should all give her a hug and pat on the back for an amazing job for this con.
It should be going through the HDMI. That's why it's not coming out like this.
Anyway, she told me that her name was also Sheila. So I thought they looked real. Both of the OCs in the picture that they showed for the example looked. There she is! But anyway, getting back to it.
Did you design your own outfit today?
Oh yeah, no, I designed.
Look at that!
Oh my god, we have sound.
Should I stand
Stand
up?
up, don't sound.
We're playing Bubble Muffins now.
Oh, wait, okay.
Come on!
Let's just skip to the end because we've already seen it.
We did it!
There we go. Look, oh, it's amazing. I know, right?
After all, you see, we are not very well choreographed. We pull.
Alright, just last couple of things.
Yeah, go on.
Aside from that sort of thing, I also do little plushies, which I only started doing, as I mentioned, about, oh gosh, 3 months ago. 3 months ago.
Is it for sale?
Well, not this one. This one is mine.
Of course. This one
Everyone? My kid's music now.
Do you have a Pinkie Pie? Please tell me you do.
Ask Moon, she bought it. No, because every single, I just originally, I posted it because I was like, hey, I'm really proud of this one, but I thought I was moving, so I said, oh, I should probably sell one of the ones that I don't really want as much, which ended up being a Fluttershy. And it was like, I think it's in the file, if you want to, but no. Okay. It just had little grinny eyes because I obviously at the point didn't have an embroidery sewing machine at all, and I just did applique stitch on like 0 thickness, and it was just like line. Happy highs. But I sold that, and then somebody asked me if the Applejack that I originally made for myself was for sale, and then I sold that, and then I just kind of kept going.
Piece of my soul, no.
Yes, that.
That's right, we are all demonic here.
You were guilty. Other than that, though, I do also cosplay, as you can probably guess. Should I start? Should I start?
Take your come on.
Cute chairs, and also pretty. You know. I said you were cute and pretty.
But to be honest, let's face facts. No. Your turn.
Moving on.
Wait, what was it?
My turn now. So yeah, as I said, I'm more so known for my music, but I'm not going to show you that. Instead, I'm going to show you the one of the first. This is still unfinished, actually. Probably about 2/3 done. Video of like, as I said, Pony's anthology style thing. I'm planning to start up an alternate YouTube account and just do these regularly if I have time to. And this exports only in 360p. Otherwise, I'm going to take it forever to get it done. Here you go.
Thanks, Mailbox. We just got a letter. 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 What?
Counting the drama surrounding which of the Belser's cloak they've chosen to put on display. Spoilers. Sorry, something in my throat.
Yeah.
What the jumping June bugs are you? More like a shade of... To be precise, whatever color you are is the color of trouble.
The more obvious the joke, the more it has to be addressed.
Sorry.
What was it that you needed?
Done in a few days, and I'm hoping to keep up with the rest of the season, and then when there's a season break, go back and do all the rest.
Chad Fury.
You
Moving on? Okay. And now for something completely different. Alright, so, time to explain what I'm going to do. At this very special panel with all you very special people, I'm going to premiere, quote unquote, one of my new video. Yay! the title does usually before you watch the video. Why? I think that was a mistake. Thank you. Okay.
Ponycon not supposed to be.
So, what do you mean not Ponycon? Oh, that's my other stuff. Come on. Okay. No, maybe. Not that sure. Okay, so this is this. Okay, so just a warning, nothing anything special. It's an animation, and to commemorate the Weird Al episode, it's it's gonna be to a Weird Al song, and come on, it would have been mean if I didn't.
The room just went.
Okay, so let's open the. If you haven't seen the episode, close your eyes. I don't actually have to. I didn't actually have to plug in my hard drive. It looks fancier this way. Anyway, so we are going to full screen it immediately, and we are going to watch it. And the title of the video is going to be something to do with it's taking lyrics literally, something like that. I don't know. You're about to watch it. Enjoy.
We will.
Because CIA. Okay, so that was my stupid video. I hope you liked it. And there was an applause, so I guess that means something.
How long does that take you to make?
Oh, okay. So the thing about this is, I've been thinking like for like a while before Ponycon, of course. I'm like, oh, it would be the coolest thing if I did something for Ponycon, for my panel. I've got a panel. I forgot I had a panel until I did it. No, that's not entirely true. Anyway, so I was like, well, there's a Weird Al episode, so I'll do something Weird Al related. And then I was thinking, I had like juggled ideas in my head. I at a point was going to do Perform This Way, which is another Weird Al song. Then I'm like, because I kind of want to do the whole song for that. Like, there's a lot of things which I want to do whole songs to. Like, I've done that with Particle Man and I Can't Decide, yeah, I wanted there's like Weird Al videos, the music songs. He does those, and I want to do full animations for those. Like, and then this, it works for like the few gags in there. It was puntastic. Did people like the puns?
Oh, yeah! It was stupendous.
Good.
You should be punished for saying that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's but yeah, that's one of the animations I wanted to do fully, and that would have been way too much effort to do for Ponycon. I'm sorry, but I'd have to be up for like nights on end, since I only thought up this idea like not too long ago. Like I at one point want to do full music videos of like Hardware Store, Horoscope for Today. I love those songs so much. But that's gonna happen eventually. Meanwhile, this is just a small short, and it took me the original question. That's right. How long does it take you to do? Okay. Sorry for digressing.
This is where I get really jealous.
It took me a little under a week to do that, on and off. Most of the work was done last night, actually.
What?
Deadlines are good, people.
Yeah, yeah, they like push you to do things. If you're just like, I'll do it eventually, you don't have to do it. But I mean, it depends on the kind of kid you are. If you are just like, oh, submit the assignment in a week, even though it's tomorrow, you're probably not going to get stuff done. I saw. Okay, enough about me.
I say.
Why do you do that?
The answer is good, your uncle.
I say.
Small
Good show. Stop patting me. It's really weird.
You're covered in fine fuzz.
I'm Claudia! He's sitting down. Yeah, everyone else just gathering around.
That's enough. Yeah, that's me. I think we're moving on.
Yes. It's pretty freaking half-past.
It's half-past.
Yeah.
Very half-past.
We're early. We should turn to ancient Bookford. For those who like to write. Mixed media means more than just visual and sound. Somebody's behind the scenes concocting, pulling all the little strings. And one of those strings is writing.
Yes.
Ancient Bookford, take it away.
As I said earlier, I spend a lot of my time writing. Half of it never gets seen in public because I have a reputation to uphold. My most recent thing that I have presented is this.
It's a work.
Number one of fan fiction.
I'm mostly known on fan fiction, and with writing being a much more passive medium, you actually have to stop everything you're doing and spend 1 or 2 hours going through it. It's a lot harder to find an audience, but if you can, it's a lot of luck. You just have to pay attention to everything, and that's what I do. I spend a lot of time sitting, thinking, and writing about thinking. I don't have much to present like my fellow panelists here. I do have a copy of my story, Twilight Sparkle Goes to Bed, at the front for anyone who wants it.
Pony stuff at the moment, right? Yeah,
Sorry?
It's pony stuff at the moment, right?
It is all pony stuff, yes. Mostly Twilight.
When we say Twilight, we're talking about the real one, right?
Which
The real Twilight Sparkle, yes?
Yes, Twilight Sparkle.
Not the sparkly Twilight.
They are abomination.
I'm not the sparkly one from Twilight.
So for anyone who would like a physical copy of it, I have it right here, but Mr. Anthony over here has volunteered to read under duress.
What this is? I thought this was your epitaph.
There be words here. I'm going to read you all a story. In the voice of Krusty the Clown.
No, this is by Agent Bookford and it is called... it doesn't have a title!
It's got a title now.
The first word is bed.
The first word is bed, and it is bed!
Let's call it bed. Twilight Sparkle Goes to Bed.
By a dramatic reading by Agent Bookford. And then NTDC. Story by Agent Bookford. Bed. The thought hung in Twilight's head, refusing to rid itself, to make room for more important matters, such as her recent study on the ceremonial rituals of Griffins during the month of August. No, this time the thought of her bed beckoned her, enticed her with the warm comfort of a soft mattress and sheets, wrapping around her like a cocoon. This isn't clockfic. Tonight was special. Tonight, Twilight wouldn't just be sleeping in her usual bed of sheets and feather, pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Feather fluffed pillow. Feather fluffed pillow, yes. Feather fluffed pillow. No, tonight she would be welcomed to the warmth and comfort of a freshly dried, cleaned bed linen. The smell of and sensation of freshness would entice her to a sleep of wonderful and unimaginable comfort. Twilight tried to ignore the incessant beckoning the bed's thought brought forth. It sang to her like a siren's cry. It wanted her. Its only desire was to embrace her. I promise it's not. I sat there on the pedestal of the second floor and waited, watching her movement with eyes. No, there weren't any eyes. Watching her movement with pleading puppy dog eyes. I'm sorry, there are eyes. There was only one solution to the problem, and that was to go there. Twilight stood up and stretched her legs, looking over her cluttered desk. This evening's study session had been particularly intense, and it showed. Books lay strewn across the immediate area, accompanied by various scrolls and scrap paper, and probably Spike. In pieces. No. It's not grim dark, I promise. She sighed deeply. With Spike out of town. Ah, there we are. With Spike out of town for the next few days, it was up to her to make sure the library stayed clean and organized. Bed will need to wait until she had finished cleaning. With each book she placed her in the shelf, and each scroll she righted, she knew that her inherent desire to return to those lustrous sheets was one step closer.
You sure this isn't a clock factory?
50 sheets of grey.
50 sheets of grey.
I hope it doesn't contain 50 sheets of paper.
50 shades of hay.
That's Applejack.
The thought of slumbering in that epitome of comfort pleased her, chilled her in the most satisfying of ways. She could feel the promised warmth creeping over her as the entire essence of her very being turned towards her final goal. She smiled at the accomplishment of cleaning up her work desk. Now she could claim her prize. Each step towards that godly gift was an ascension unto no other. Only the stairs remained to be conquered, and she would. 1 step, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5,
She died. It's like she's
Like
cutting
Sonic
his way.
5.
5! Taken the trash out. I've been there. I've been there at 2 in the morning, and it's usually 2 in the morning, and you think, oh, that's so good. And then beep, beep, no. And you run out in your underwear. Twilight sighed deeply, and she doesn't wear underwear. A feeling of emptiness growing inside her as her prize slipped out of her grasp. She trotted down the stairs and into the kitchen, tying up the plastic garbage bag with force. With the pony force. It groaned in protest as the knot tightened to its extremity. Twilight frowned at the garbage, levitating it from her as she wandered out of the door. A lesson would need to be taught to this bag for being so rude as to not take itself out, ultimately. Inconvenience her. She set it down next to the mailbox with a scowl. That'll show it.
Oh, snap.
Take that garbage.
She closed the door behind her, sighing in relief. Now there was nothing standing between her and the bed. That wonderful warmth positively glowed at the top of the stairs. The mutual desire between pony and bed filled the air, each silently calling for each other. How's this for slice of life? She smiled happily as she began her trek towards the stairs again. This time there was no stopping her. There was nothing left to do, nothing that couldn't be completed in the knot. She hadn't fed owlishes. Twilight cursed under her breath. It was a terrible feeling to feed a pet. And she argued to herself that having a bird that was so silent during the day, it was easy to forget this very existence. That was, until he was needed. I've had days like that. People forget to feed me. She shook her head, wandering back to the kitchen. She should feel her eyes drooping as the desire for sleep went further denied. She opened the pantry, looking around for the unopened box of Flimin' Flan's owl pellets that Spike had bought before leaving for whatever business he had been assigned to. Where was it? She could swear that the darn pantry's inventory changed every time she opened the door. The owl pellets weren't in its usual place. It was supposed to be on the second shelf next to the salt, but not near the pepper. The pepper was supposed to be on the third shelf, so they couldn't be mixed up. On the other side, the pellets were supposed to be her favorite cereal, Celestios. What these deity, godlike queen, princess people are doing with their name.
If I might interject quickly with that,
Is she sure?
Celestios actually spawned its own spin-off fanfic from someone else that wrote it.
I'd like to imagine the real world equivalent is like Gordos or something. Jesus O's.
Who's hungry? It's holy.
Heavens to Betsy, never on a Sunday!
Eat the cereal of his flesh.
Instead there was mango flavored jam. Twilight growled under her breath as she began systematically rearranging the pantry in hopes that she would find what she was looking for, so she could ultimately dive under the covers of her freshly cleaned sheets. This is really well written, too. Thank you. A familiar hoot sounded behind her, and she whirled around quickly to see her owl standing on a bench beside the box of owl pellets. Heavens knows what this owl was eating before people started feeding it Celestios. Owl pellets. Twilight gave the bird a deadpan glare as she hurriedly pulled the bowl from the windowsill with her magic, filling it to the brim with food before forcibly placing it back to its original position, and taking careful note to place it exactly where she found it, right down to the centimetre. A girl after my own heart. She ignored the bird's gracious hoot as she swiftly moved from the kitchen, banking around the corner and stopping in the middle of her living room, looking around anxiously for anything else that might have been forgotten. There was no time or desire to remember something halfway towards her glowing prize of commodious beauty. Teeth! It was lucky she had taken the time to remember, otherwise this menial task would have been naught but another obstacle to overcome and an irrelevant nuisance. Briskly finishing the task, she smiled widely. Now it was time to ready to claim the prize she'd been waiting for so long. It had been too long, far too long since she'd seen the bed. Now it was within her grasp. She would claim it without any further distractions. 1 step, 2, 3, 4, 5. She was almost there, her mind happily whirred that she had not forgotten anything further. 10! She was halfway there! There it was. She could see the wooden framing that held her goal. An ultimate desire. Nothing could stop her now. 19! 20! There it sat, shining brightly in a heavenly glow as a chorus of angels sang sweetly to her, beckoning for her to finally claim the prize that she had earned. Her accolade of perfection, her grin widened to a blissful smile as she slowly pulled open the sheet, lay down and snuggled into her bed, sighing wistfully as the scent of freshly cleaned linen filled her nose, adding a wonderful sense of euphoria to the feeling of irreplaceable and indescribable comfort, which she knew would only come once again, once they had been washed once more. Her eyes closed, a slow moan emitting from her lips.
She wants to be.
As pure bliss. As pure bliss washed over every fiber in her body. She snuggled into the blankets, pulling them closer to her, wrapping herself thoroughly in the illicit warmth they promised for so long. It was just as she had envisioned. No, it was better. The utter desire she had held for so long made it even more warm, comforting, and accomplishing to have finally claimed her prize. She stopped, her eyes shooting open. She would have to pee.
After reading the whole thing, we discovered that it was not a club.
I'd like to imagine that like to someone like Twilight that it was one, though. You know.
We still have roll 34. One experience I should have.
And you wrote that in 20 minutes before the one. How long did that take you to write?
It took me about 2-3 hours.
Almost as long as it took you to read. 2 to 3 hours. Oh, I hate it.
And it shot right to the top.
Really? That's one of your more popular ones at Film Fiction?
Yes. As compared to one that took me 8 weeks.
And nobody ever read. Oh, no.
Yeah, I can relate.
No, it's just as popular as Bright Eyes. Which
Bright Eyes?
doesn't make much sense. Bright Eyes took me 8 weeks, 8 chapters.
Wow.
That is one that took me 3 hours.
Have we done this already? How many Film Fictioners are here? Yeah, we have a few. That's a few, yeah. Nice. To the future, you mean.
Strangely enough, and I think a lot of artists would have seen this, strangely enough, sometimes the things that take next to no time end up becoming more popular than the things that take forever to make.
I say.
Question? Hey, question!
Okay. No, this isn't really a question. This is more something that I figured you actually deserve.
Oh no, he's going to give us something he thinks we deserve.
It was your birthday yesterday, so all I can really say is, happy birthday!
Streamers! Ponycon! More streamers!
Have a birthday present.
What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, I love it.
How are you doing? Doing is 96.
I want to review by the end of the month.
Review was nice.
Now, shall we pass on to you? Avert your eyes, dear sir.
Okay. Sorry, Mo. Sorry.
It's your turn.
It's mine. No, it's still question time.
Is it?
Ask questions.
Does anyone have any questions?
Where were you with the writers' panel?
I own the beard.
Guy with the awesome beard.
Righto, how many editors work under you? Or
For that one?
Something just in general.
I have 3 pre-readers, and that's it.
Oh wow.
For that one, only 1.
You, right?
No, I will not pre-read my own work because I loathe the process.
So you don't like crazy. And you do right.
The guy who's waving his hand up and down like he just don't care.
There's Mike.
The ginger hair.
That guy, just Nathan Clooney.
Oh.
Nathan Clune.
I take one.
Is that on?
Let's go again.
Tap the thing! That usually breaks Well done! Guys, they're just not good. Get more batteries!
It's fine, we can deal.
Go on. Yep, we got it.
Success! Go! Yell!
When you actually open a separate channel, you might post that everywhere so you can see it.
Yeah, I'll be posting it on, like, I have a musician page on Facebook, I've got a Twitter feed. I'll put it on every Skype, well, almost every Skype chat I'm in. I'll put it on, like, Bronies New South Wales, Melbourne Bronies, Australia Bronies. I'll remember, because I rarely go on Bronies Australia, I'll go in there and post that there.
You better.
You can also break a trailer.
Oh, I wonder who he is.
Yeah, break that guy.
Yeah, that's me.
I have a cheat with your shit, like, do you have a Tumblr or a DeviantArt or anything like that?
Maybe. Okay.
Owns the internet. What are you talking about?
I don't know how many people know, but I have this thing called a YouTube channel.
What's a YouTube?
I know, it's this weird new thing where people post videos and people sometimes watch them.
Is that like Dailymotion?
It's like a red version of like Rever or Vimeo. Anyway, so
What is the address?
So I have that. I also have a Tumblr and Facebook page, which I post in the description of literally every video I have. I have a DeviantArt, which is slightly more hidden, but I don't really care. Which you can find, which is greenhill.com. I have stuff on that. I have before I did videos and stuff, I did games. Like I made games, so I have a couple of games on my DeviantArt, and I've got really bad drawings because I'm not a good artist. But you know, there's stuff there anyway. Do I have anything else? I have those 3.
So the name of your YouTube channel is?
Oh, I should probably mention that. I'm a Toonlink.
He's a Toonlink.
All capitalized.
It's not kidding.
Shorter than regular link.
The full channel name, like that's the link. The full channel name is Viva I'm a Toonlink Reverie, which is like, imagine I'm a Toonlink as the middle name. The Viva Reverie is the name of my MC. If people were curious.
Where's the odd panel now? Hey, come on! Machine Brothers, you have one job!
Question?
Oh, yes, fine. A question of actually, the fellow in the back over there.
The one against the wall.
Yes. We're going to make our...
Come to the little man of the microphone. Have you ever thought that you'd actually, be brought, to conventions to talk about little ponies?
The question was, have we ever been brought?
No. The question is, like, have you ever thought, like, previously before you got into the fandom, like, did you... Hello, camera.
Hello.
Like, did you really think that this would be like your life? People, being sitting at conventions and making videos and being famous about making stuff about ponies?
Ever since I was a little girl.
That is Digi Brody's line.
I steal Digi's work all the
It's borrowing.
I'd like to answer the question too. Way back when I made the YouTube channel, like, I wasn't intending on, I wasn't expecting more, like, to be super famous, but I thought like, whoa, that would be super cool though. So I kept doing stuff, and eventually I got popular the instant I started posting ponies, so there's a hair in my mouth. But that sort of like got the kickstart for me to continue doing that. That's what people like, that's what I continued doing. That's why all 300 videos before my 60, 70 more recent ones are junk, or 13-year-old stuff. But back then I had like a couple of animations which I hoped would get popular. They only have like 2,000 to 3,000 views at most, while I get that in like less than a day for my most recent videos now. But whatever. Anyway, that's more questions. Go.
Yeah. Sort of for all you guys. Do you reckon you'd be doing something similar to what you're doing now if Live was pointing at the head? Do you reckon these guys would still be making music or animation?
Well, I've been making.
I already know your answer.
I've been making music since way back. My dad gave me a guitar and gave me lessons, and I was doing singing in like a church band since I was like 10. So I've been doing that a lot. But without the Brony fandom, I probably would have like no fan base, because like when I started off, I had a like YouTube channel. The very first Brony remix thing I made, it was Bronyville podcast, a remix of that. I was so excited that I got 100 views. So so I was really like completely unknown, and I probably still would be without ponies.
We're almost out of time.
Well,
You can answer now.
We'll just go down.
Okay. To be honest, when I first started to develop my current art style, which is the one on your pass, I didn't expect it to be popular. I actually had nightmares before that no one would like it at all, and I'd be sitting in a corner crying. But it turns out that everyone likes it, and conveniently that was also around the same time I started to do ponies, so everything comes together! Yeah!
I've never posted anything that I've done online. When I was younger, I wrote 2 novels that were not overly unpublished. But when ponies came along, it was actually the first time in about 6-7 years I've even been inspired to do anything. So I pretty much just took that and found a place to go online. Woke up the next morning, people loved it. I loved me for loving it. And yeah, I wouldn't be anywhere without it.
They're cheering for you.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be doing voice acting. I wouldn't be on any kind of radio station, in fact. And this community has helped me a lot. In fact, I even got a special song from the audience.
She's right behind that guy.
Who wants to see a sneak preview of reviewing his Magic 5?
A few people did.
Oh, I've got 2 mics now. Oh, brilliant.
Free mic.
Alright. That's the way. Oh, good grief, look at the aspect ratio. Whoever a pinhead versus me. Eventually. And I think are we ready to go?
Ready to go. Alright. 3, 2, 1, it's alerting.
There we go.
Very black.
What's this then?
Creepy. Oh, what the heck is this?
Oh, it's Ponycon! Ponycon!
What the heck Oh, you want some RIM spoilers, don't you?
No. Maybe.
Get out. Go home, every pony.
Never. Honey, we're going to fight like this. Let's not do it in front of the people. Just scares me.
Did you just flub your lines a little bit right there? Gosh, maybe you do need my help. Well, okay, but no analysis. Wouldn't dream of asking.
Meanwhile, back in Ponyville, the contest is ramping up as we're down to the last 2. It's just incredible stuff, folks. Yes, so anyway, in a meltdown of irate boredom, Rainbow Dash tricks the second last Pinkie Pie into betraying herself, and it's all over.
There can be only one.
And apparently that one is Pinkie Pie.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Of course, this is also the part where the purple one says,
Knew you'd be up to the challenge.
You what?
Knew you'd be up to the challenge.
One more time. What exactly do you mean by that, Twilight? I mean, yes, obviously one of these ponies was going to be up to your deadly challenge of attrition and be the last one standing. But the danger was that you might accidentally use your mind bullets on the one you consider your friend, right? So, identifying who's who is vital, yeah? And you're absolutely certain you've done that with your super duper ultra scientific test right there, huh? Yeah, okay.
Ponies. That episode.
Who wants to be in that? Yo! Very nice. The conceit of this episode, as you probably have imagined, is something of execrable amusement to me, if that makes any sense. It doesn't, trust me.
You said it right.
That ending. I'm sure anyone who's seen the episode will understand that the ending to that episode is wrong. It's the delightful Michael bayoneting of the whole premise of friendship as magic, in my opinion. Are you free to disagree with me? In fact, if you do disagree with me, that's even better, because I'm going to give you an opportunity to boo your lungs out at me. Hence all the booing!
Michael bayoneting? Now that's a part.
Ready? On?
One side.
On? In the episode.
And the other.
In the episode, there is the only thing that was most wrong with this episode, I think, is that of all the things that they could have tested with, they ended up with a test of concentration. Well, I think that there's probably a few more things that you could have come up with, and one of those things I'm going to posit to you now. Perhaps all they could have done, if it came to that, was simply find out if only one of them can wield Pinkie's harmonious necklace of elemental harmony, or elemental laughter, you know, harmonious necklace of elemental. I'll say it properly.
The element of harmony.
The elemental harmony. Stopping you! However, if you know my work, then you'll know that I don't like the elements of harmony much. I think they're silly MacGuffins and whatnot. And so if I posit this to you, you'll see that I have kind of caught myself in a contradiction.
Hypocrite.
I'm a hypocrite! Feel free to say so, sir. So if I say that to you now, and the magic words you're looking for are Pinkie's harmonious necklace of elemental laughter, and I'll pull the full frontal face, you can all boo me and be in reviewing his magic 5. How about that?
Yes.
Are we ready, sir?
Yep.
We're rolling. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Or if it comes to that, simply find out if only one of them can wield Pinkie's harmonious necklace of elemental laughter. You are the best people in the universe.
As Nikki said before, if any of you want me to sign your pass, just kind of organize yourselves or something. But before you guys go, I have presents for you.
Yes,
What?
yes,
Yay!
For us?
Not for you. And I've got one for you.
Well, you can hold that for a long time. Hey,
Oh!
sorry.
Look at the eye!
I want one!
What did I do with me?
Such a cutie.
It's pretty.
Thank you, Chinta. Everyone hug Chinta on your way out.
Oh, we will.
I like hugs.
Free hugs on the way out. Everybody clear out quick.
Every guy,
I guess that's the end of our panel. Thank you.